And this is what she has to write. The lady's name is Okorie Chiamaka Blessing. This is what she wrote for Father's Day. It said, Happy Father's Day to the man who taught me everything I never wanted to know. Today, as the world showers fathers with praise, I choose to raise a glass not in admiration, but in awe. In awe of how consistent you were. Consistent in teaching me that monster don't live under the bed. They live in your own house. So the man who gave me the gift of sleepless nights and taught me the act of walking on eggshell. Thank you. Because of you, I mastered the fine skill of pretending everything is fine, even when my world is on fire. Cheers to the man who taught me what love is not. The man whose church made my skin crawl. Whose words were dangers that crooks as fatherly advice. You show me that some heroes wear no caps. They just hide their claws in plain sight. Oh, how I cherish the memories, the lesson in fear, the lecture in pain, the exam in survivor. You were my greatest teacher. Because of you, I learned to smile through pain, laugh through tears, and build walls so high no one dared to climb. Father's Day, Abby. A day to honor the man who made my childhood feel like a horror story with no commercial breaks. A day to celebrate you, who taught me how to recognize manipulation, lies, and the kind of love that leaves bruise no one sees. So today, I say thank you. Thank you for the trauma that becomes my strength. Thank you for the nightmare that taught me to appreciate peaceful sleep. Thank you for showing me who not to be. Here is to you, Father, the man who helped me to find my voice by trying so hard to silence it. The man who taught me what resilience looked like because I had to build it piece by piece from the shred you left behind. Happy Father's Day. May your legacy remind the world that not all fathers deserve to be celebrated. So this is so touching, as you have heard all what she said. So from what she's saying is that this father of hers was not a good father. Yes, let's call it a spade. It was not a good father, like it really terrorized her life. Excuse me, guys. So this father really traumatized this girl because it taught her to be walking on eggshell. And honestly, there are a lot of fathers like that, especially in Africa, because our culture have encouraged these fathers to be who they are. Yes, they see it as normal. He's the head of the household. These fathers, they do not only terrorize the mothers, but they go on and terrorize their children, and they have raised bitter, wounded, traumatized children. Imagine a daughter saying this about his father, because we all know that a daughter and a father's relationship is one relationship that should be so good. So imagine what this lady went through in the hands of her father. So it's high time we shed light on these things. You know, a lot of the times we're pointing fingers at the woman, yes, which we know that the women are the one that usually made these men the way they are. But what about society and culture? Culture taught the woman that this is how you have to bring up your son. It's okay for your son to be abusive. It's okay for your son to terrorize the wife, the families, because he's the head of a household. So whatever he wants to do, he can do it. It's okay for your son not to care for the emotions of others. So society taught the woman, and what society taught the woman is what the woman is doing. The only thing I always say as women, because at the end of the day, we are the one complaining, we are the ones suffering the most. Yes, we are the one being abused. We are the ones, we see our children go astray, whether it's a male child or woman or a female child, just because of what we are told and how we have allowed society to let this men go away with everything. Like they don't see anything wrong. In fact, in the African society, they will literally tell you have to listen to your husband, to the head of the house. So no matter what he said, whether he told you rubbish, whether he's telling you things that doesn't make sense, you have to listen. You have to take his control. In fact, this is how they say you have to take his control. So if you as a child, you've seen your mother taking the control of your father, what will you do? You just have to follow suit, because the mother and the father, they are the head of the household. After the father is the mother, and in the place of hierarchy, if the one that is above you is fearful of the father, is fearful of the man, what are you expecting from the children? They are going to be more fearful of their father. Some of them don't make, because for you to heal, you have to acknowledge the hurt, you have to work on it, and you have to forgive. And a lot of people will just continue the pattern or just keep on going wounded, without them trying to heal. So that's the thing about having a very abusive head of household. So I feel bad for Okoro, and it's high time we start calling out these parents. We see it like an abomination. How could you? Oh, he's your father, she's your mother. And if we don't call them out, then they will keep doing it. And that's the thing about abusers. They don't like to be called out. And there's another post that he posted about this uncle's brother. So it's like a family thing. And that's the thing about abuse. It runs through the family because it's a pattern. It's a pattern. So this is what he has to write about his uncle on the Father's Day. His uncle, this is what he's saying. He said, "Happy Father's Day to another error to the human race. Just like his brother, James Okorie, this one is a monster. He had sold his soul, body, mind, and spirit to the dark world. When I heard he was getting married, I wept because I know that even his daughter is not safe. Gozi Peter, that's the name of the uncle. Gozi Peter, you will continue to perish in pain. For all the tears you've made me shed, you shall seek for help and you will not find." So that's the thing. From all this posts, I just realized that this girl was in a helpless situation. Like no one could help her. The people that should have stand for her, in fact, they joined hands with her father to abuse and terrorize her life. Yes, and it is so sad because at the end of the day, the scar that are given to children when they are little so it can be lifelong. Like it takes a lot of work. Some children don't get healed. They never get healed. While some will get healed, but some will not fully get healed. So it's a lot of work and effort. And let me tell you, most of the time, these parents are the one that are causing these children not to strive. Because let's imagine if you have that loving father, you are free to express yourself, you are free to grow, you are not limited. But the time that this girl should take to be a child, to fantasize the world, to study, to thrive, is the time that she takes to think about the words that is like arrow, the way the father is treating her. While other children are being children, they are laughing, they are playing, they take time to think about what they've learned, the stories, fantasy, kids, you understand? This daughter of this man, at that time, instead of her thinking that way, she is there thinking about what will my father say, not what will he do next, So that is so bad. I feel bad for children that undergo abuse. For those of you that have not undergone abuse, you will not understand. This is what children are going through. The only thing that helps these kids most of the time, or let me say all of the time, they don't know what they are going through. But the trauma is still there. But they don't know what it is. And they are so confused. When somebody is abusive to you, it's so painful as an adult. So imagine a child going through that. So no child deserves to go through that. And then she was like James Okorie, who has potentially harmed numerous victims. Imagine this is a daughter. For a daughter to come out, it takes a lot of courage. She must have gone through a lot of thinking, a lot of pain. And sometimes voicing out your pain is a step towards your healing. I'm telling you, most times when you voice it out, it's one step towards your healing. You say it out. You may not say it out on social media like she did, but she have right to say it out wherever she wants to, because that's her story. And that's the thing about these abusers. They don't want you to tell your story. They don't want you. They bank on secrecy. You have to keep it secret, because they don't want people to know who truly they are. So this is what this lady has done, because you heard her say in the first write-up say, oh, you taught me how to smile even when I'm not okay. I cry in pain. I laugh in tears. This is how they groom. That's the thing about the abuser. They will groom you. It's all about power and control and manipulation, and it's sad. Because as a father, you are the one that should be there to stand up for your child when another person wants to abuse her. But unfortunately, you are the one abusing her. I pray that this girl, Okorie, this lady, Okorie, will find healing. Will find healing. Like, I pray that, that's the thing. I don't know if they have a lot of resources in Nigeria, but I pray that she will have the resources that she needs, therapy and all those things, and support group, so that she can heal. So this is what she has to say. So she has to show the name, the account, so people will go and see who he is. He said nobody appears to be safe around him. Yes, when we talk about safety, most of the time we are talking about physical safety. That's the thing. When you can be physically safe, but you're not mentally safe. And if you're not mentally safe, guess what? It's affecting your physical. So when they say I'm feeling safety, especially for people in Africa, they are like, okay, he can't harm you. No, we are not talking about harm. The emotional torture, sometimes it's even worse than the physical, because it can lead to a lot of diseases, a lot of disorder. It can put you behind. It can wreck your life. It can limit your growth, because you are emotionally stressed. How can you strive? How can you go and achieve what you want when you are so stressed up? And we all know stress is attributed to almost all of the sickness in the world. So that's the thing. People will say, okay, what do you mean you don't feel safe? So this is what she's saying. He said nobody appears to be safe around him, regardless of age or gender. His action demonstrates a concerning lack of humanity. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even finish reading it, but I know it's talking about the manipulation and the lies and the wickedness. He said it is disturbing to consider that he interacts with society. His strong, callous nature is particularly troubling. I cursed the day I was told he is my father, James Okorie. That's the thing. It's so sorrowful. I would say it is. Because for a child to wish that this was not my parents, for those of you that have not gone to the point of wishing that your parents was not your parents, you will not understand. And honestly, we celebrate you guys. For those of you that knows that your parents will stand up for you, let alone then be the one to break you down, we celebrate you. Please don't joke with those parents of yours. You will never know what people like Okorie Chiamaka Blessing experience. You will not understand. You will try to. You're like, okay, let me try to imagine, but you will never understand. Only people that have experienced what she has experienced can relate to her. And I pray she will have that support group of people that have went through similar situation, so they can relate well. He said, and then look at her here smiling. He said, when he tells you he's doing you a favor, that he wants to give you a better life, just like a father should. So you shut up and swallow all the pain like it's nothing, James Okorie. Normally now God will punish you. Oh my God. So I guess he was like, okay, I'm going to give you the life, a better life. And this is what he put her through. So let's see what she posted again 3 days ago. And this is another post. I want to read it. It said, I remember when they used to take me to different religious houses. Now she's entailing what she undergo. This breaks my heart, but I'm going to read it to you guys. It said, I remember when they used to take me to different religious houses. According to them, I was possessed and needed to be delivered from the shackle of strange kingdom. No matter where they took me, the head of the house will always try to molest me sexually. So it said, no matter where they took me, the head of the house will always try to molest me sexually. Most of them claim that what was wrong with me didn't require ordinary deliverance, but a very strong one that necessitates having sex with me for it to be successful. These people, my family, refused to see that I was a child, yearning for love, protection, and guidance. Instead of listening to this child who longed for these things, they turned me into something else. Well, I became the monster they created. They are now reaping the fruit of their ignorance, carelessness, and wickedness. The little child who yearned for love but was despised is now back. After this once, I am coming for all the pastors and bishops that have caused me pain. Enough of my silence. So guys, have you heard what she said? This is so traumatic. It is so traumatic. No child deserves to go through this, okay? No child, okay? And so, according to her dad was taking her to different churches. Say she needs deliverance. She has strange, what does it say? She's possessed also. And in most of those churches, the pastors or the head of the place will want to sexually abuse her. And she said something. She said she was just a little girl yearning for love, protection, care. This is something that no child should yearn for. This is something that should be given to every child. It is something that every child deserves. It is their right. It's the right of every child to be loved, to be protected, to be cared for, to be nurtured. So guys, she posted this and she said she's going to post the pictures of all the pastors that molested her. So guys, it's high time we start to talk and call out those parents that have caused us so much pain. That's why when it comes to Mother's Day and Father's Day, it's different for everybody. Because some people, Father's Day brings a lot of bad memories. It's not something that they want to talk about. Why some people are celebrating. And I pray that this lady will get healing. So I pray that Okorie Chiamaka blessing will find the healing that she needs. She really needs to heal. She really needs to heal. And I'm just here to shed light on this. So a lot of children are suffering. A lot of children are going through a lot. So this is terrible. No dad should treat their kids like this. So then she has to talk about her uncle too. She sent photo of her uncle, Aboya Andrew. She said, this man right here is my maternal uncle. When my mother found out about the abuse from the abuser, she was too weak and afraid to react and stand up for me. Our only child. Imagine. She told this Dimpa Benny, and he kept it a secret. He didn't confront my abuser. He didn't reach out to me, and even when he saw me in person, he never mentioned anything about the situation. Imagine my shock when this man, unprovoked, called me one morning and told me that the gods of this land were against me for committing an abomination. I was a minor, for crying out loud. I was only 11. He said many nasty things to me and told me that I needed to buy a goat to come and cleanse the land for him. Aboya Andrew, if you want to eat pepper soup, don't you know where they sell it? Evil elders, an elder who stay at home while a goat give birth. Tita, you are evil and you have started reaping the fruit of your labor. Ah, God, this lady goes through a lot. And what I see here, it has to do a lot with culture, with ignorant beliefs, and all this stuff. I felt bad, and I know Africa, whenever people think that you have some strange spirits, oh my God, you are in for something. So I imagine what she went through in the hands of people that are supposed to protect her, people that are supposed to speak up for her, people that are supposed to stand up for her. Oh my God, this is so terrible. Oh my God. And there's another post. I think I will do part 2 to this story. I'll do part 2. And I saw another video where she's crying. I think she has been attacked so seriously. I felt bad for this girl or this lady. She's no longer a girl. I just pray that she will have the support that she needs. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and share this video. I'm going to find time maybe tomorrow. I'm going to do the second part. I have to investigate more about this issue and come with what I have learned and gather, and what are my thoughts on how to stop things like this from happening. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.